Hi folks, welcome back to the Excellent Universe channel. Today, a video about a Dodge Grand Caravan air conditioning system, or actually air conditioning systems in general, if you're trying to do something yourself. And it's a little bit of a warning. It's a great easy way to ruin your air conditioner if you don't do it right. If you're trying to do a valve change or maybe refilling your system, something like that. So I should say hello. Also, please subscribe, thumbs up, comment, like. It's going to help other people get these videos. And I have many different topics if you click on the Excellent Universe words below and see all my videos. We're going to have a more excellent universe if you do, and if especially you can even share the videos. And thank you very much. I'll just say hello real quick. Yeah, hi. It's still 2022. We still have the pandemic, so I got my mask partly on. Got it ready. Changing your air conditioner coolant is not as easy as changing out your wiper blades. I just changed the wiper blade. I recommend these Michelin ones, but even so, apparently you need to change them. They recommend about every 9 months. I think the rubber just dries out. People say that the silicone wiper blades last twice as long, which may be true, but the thing is, they're almost 3 times as expensive. So if you really hate changing wiper blades, okay, you can spend a lot more and get the silicone ones, but it's not going to save you money. And well, they might last more than twice as long, but you need to find out. So as I said, it won't save you money, so you could try it. I suppose you might get lucky, but no guarantee about that. I tried what they called a hybrid blade, and I don't know exactly what it is, but it seemed like it hardly lasted even 6 months. And I went to a Walmart and they had a hybrid blade. It wasn't as expensive as the silicone blade, which is why I got it. So as I said, it stopped working. It seemed like it was even worse than just the cheap Michelin blades. And one reason could be, although this is not a guarantee, the reason could be that they just sit there. Maybe nobody's buying these, so I might have gotten an older blade. And as I said, rubber can dry out over time, so maybe whatever part of it was rubber had sort of gone bad. But so personally, I can't recommend hybrid blades for your wipers, but it might be good. Now, to get to the air conditioning question, so I had leaking fill valves, or I also had a leaking high pressure valve, which is where you check the pressure of your automotive air conditioning system. That's what it's for. And I know they were leaking because when I took the cap off, well, some of the refill R134A, which is what some people call it Freon, but it's basically the coolant gas or the coolant liquid that changes to cool your car. And sometimes it has ultraviolet dye in there, and so I checked and I saw that it was leaking using the ultraviolet dye. And you can get a system at AutoZone, at O'Reilly's, that includes the ultraviolet dye and little ultraviolet flashlight. Also, I heard when I removed the cap, you don't even need that, because if you're either the low pressure fill valve if you remove the cap from the valve, it's got a plastic cap, and you can hear a little release of gas if the thing's leaking. And if it's leaking really bad, if you just put your thumb over it, say if you refill the coolant fluid gas in your air conditioner and you stick your thumb over the valve, you may feel pressure, or you might hear a hissing. It means your valve is no good. Or on the high pressure one, you can put a balloon over it, or possibly a rubber glove or something if it's a slow leak. If you stick like a water balloon, or, well, not with water, but an empty balloon over the valve, and it fills up over time, then you know it's leaking. So that's a wonderful way to catch a slow leak. And I have to thank YouTube, because somebody else recommended doing that, and it's a very good idea. However, what they didn't recommend, besides the fact that you can change those valves by hand, the video did not recommend that you remove all the air from your air conditioning system. I'm not talking coolant, I'm talking oxygen and nitrogen in the air, which includes water vapor, because we have the natural humidity in the air. And if you have changed a valve, if you've got a leaky valve, if your air conditioner didn't work, and you go to a professional, if they are doing their job right, they will use a vacuum pump and remove all of the oxygen, or nearly all of the oxygen, and get the water vapor, which can condense, it would condense to water, and apparently that can easily ruin your system if it's in your air conditioning system. And in my case, I'm not sure, but I believe there's a lot of air in my system, and I think it can make valves go bad. I think it can make other, as I said, the water vapor can condense, become water, mix with the coolant that you add to your system, and apparently that is corrosive. So it's what all sources that talk about it say. It's corrosive, it's bad. And so if you watch a YouTube video, you got to remember, is the person that I'm watching, are they an expert in that system? You know, and you'll find people that will say, oh, just remove the valve real quick and put the new one in so quick, and you won't get any air into your system. Well, first of all, I don't believe that's possible, because it's a pressurized system. You will not be able to get the new valve in there if your coolant is rushing out. And if it's not rushing out enough, the reason why you're messing with it in the first place is because it has leaked out, and so therefore there will be air in your system. So bottom line is, you cannot get around, you absolutely must vacuum out your air conditioning system, or I would say 99% chance it's going to corrode and be destroyed, and it could be very expensive. I don't know what parts will be ruined. Even it could be like your air conditioning pump or something. It's going to cost a lot of money when you think you're just saving yourself money by changing your, say, your low pressure fill valve or the high pressure testing valve, whatever. You say, oh, I'm saving myself money, I did it for $4, just $4, haha. Well, no. And you can rent, or even rent for free. You can do a loaner and get from an auto supply shop, get the vacuum pump, and you have to pay for it, and then they refund you the money if you return it within a reasonable amount of time. I think that's how it works. So you can still do the job for $4, but you gotta vacuum it out. And then refilling, you need to test the high pressure and the low pressure side when you refill, and you need to put in the proper amount of coolant. Now, I personally have not done this because I'm going to go to a professional so that they do it right. And frankly, I'm not sure that even the $4 valve, if you don't get the right kit, you might be buying an old valve, and once again, you got bad rubber, and then it could fail, just like the wiper blades. If you're, previously, like about a year ago, I bought the fill valves, put them in, and then they failed within 2-3 months. And I know I did it wrong. It could have been because I didn't vacuum out my system. I'm lucky I didn't destroy the entire air conditioner at that time, but maybe I've finally destroyed my air conditioner. But anyway, since I didn't vacuum it out, maybe that's why the valves failed, or it could have been they were old because I bought them. It was like a universal kit with many different sizes, and maybe nobody's buying these universal kits at the store, at the auto parts store like O'Reilly, AutoZone. If you buy a kit that's been sitting there maybe 3 years, it could be bad or almost bad by the time you buy it. And so that's a reason to go with a professional. Very good reason to go with a professional, unless you absolutely don't have the money and you're willing to do everything correctly. So if you're willing to do everything correctly, okay, fine. If you're a smart person, maybe you have some training. I said but if that's the case, then you can go ahead and try to do it. But I would make sure you follow all the recommended steps. Do everything. When you're filling the air conditioning system, you need gauges on the high pressure and the low pressure so that you don't ruin your system. And so you add the right amount of coolant. This is what I've heard. And now as I said before, I didn't do that, and now I'm fixing again and again, or paying somebody to fix. And I think this is the third repair that I've had to pay somebody for a Dodge Grand Caravan. I've heard Dodge Grand Caravans, just rumor here. I'm not an expert. Please check with the experts. Okay. So this is not automotive repair advice. It's just for your information, entertainment. And so, as I said, it's a Dodge Grand Caravan, and I have heard that the air conditioners in those, plus many other things, as they get over 10-12 years old and close to 100,000, even 80,000 miles, things start to go bad because the quality of the parts is not that great. It could be the reason why they stopped making the Dodge Grand Caravan, and Chrysler Corporation got sold out. They had to be part of a conglomerate, and then the terrible conglomerate got sold again, and so now Chrysler Dodge, they've been suffering, and in 10 years they could be gone. It's possible. But anyway, do the job right. Thank you very much for watching. I know I'm not showing you the details because this is just information. You don't even have to watch the video. You can just listen to many of my videos, and they're going to tell you sometimes what you should know, not what you want to know, but things that you should know that will make your life better. And it's not mostly automotive advice, but I just had to let everybody know. Okay, thank you. Take care now. Bye.